Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about Aurory, which is a brand new blockchain-based game coming to Solana. So you'll be able to play it in its open beta in November of this year. So let me talk a little bit about it first. So Aurory is a JRPG computer game where people will evolve in a rich and diverse universe. So you'll be running around in two different realms called Antic and Cryptos. And there you'll be able to go through storylines and you'll be able to capture these things called NFTs. And throughout your journey, you will own these NFTs and use them to fight in awesome battles. So if you're familiar with JRPGs and even Pokemon, this description might appeal to you. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the game and the bullish thesis behind blockchain gaming as a whole. So Aurory is free to play and it's also play to earn. So there's no money down for playing Aurory, and as you play it, you get paid to do so. So they have incentivized playing. The solo PvE game mode will incentivize players with NFTs of the creatures they just defeated, and by winning Aury tokens once game chapters are completed. So to encourage players to try out multiplayer modes, weekly and monthly leaderboards. So Aurory here is really going for a full in-game economy. So I expect this to do quite well. If I scroll all the way up to the top, they cover a bit about the bull thesis behind video games. So they believe that a mass adoption would add immense value to decentralized ecosystems, and they believe that the gaming industry is the best way to get the next wave of users on board onto blockchain. So the first 1 billion people will come on board to blockchain because of gaming. And I tend to agree with that. I mean, we all know that NFTs, gaming, and culture will probably attract more people to blockchain than, say, DeFi, for example, and using crypto as like a form of payment. I mostly think this due to the fact that most people don't really care about finance. It's not that sexy or interesting for most people. If you're watching this video, it's mainly because you're really into crypto, and most people aren't that into crypto. They're more into gaming and other normal stuff like that. So it says here that video games have become the largest entertainment medium in the world, which I agree with, accelerated by the COVID-19 lockdown. So I think we can all admit that we've played a ton of video games over the last year. I mean, you're sat inside, you can't really do anything, so you might as well. I also believe that a ton of people from like Southeast Asia have like quit their jobs to play Axie Infinity like full time, because I think you can earn like $60 a day playing that game. So the play to earn movement is really revolutionary. You'll have people, yeah, like I said, literally just quit their jobs to play video games all day because they're being paid to do so. Uh, so we see here we have two modes. We have the single player mode and the PvP mode. So in the PvE mode, you can acquire your first NFT and Guardian for free and immerse yourself in the story and lore. So in the PvP mode, you'll be able to fight against other teams. So it'll be a 3-on-3 match. And then all of these NFTs that you battle against each other, you are able to train them and they have different properties. And with those different properties, you can make a team and have them synergize so that you can most effectively work against other builds. So this will be quite interesting. I'll be really interested to see like how the gameplay is for Aury, if it's fun. And I think that's probably the most important part for a blockchain game to survive, is the fact that it's fun. Because once the pay to earn incentives start winding down, people start leaving the game. So the fact that a game should be fun, it should be skillful, and I think they're basing a lot of their combat systems off like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and other like turn-based games like that. But yeah, I'm super excited for this, and I'm very bullish on Aurory. So they've got a ton of good investors behind them, including Solana and Serum themselves. So the advantages of being on Solana is the fact that it's fast and it's cheap and it's a lot more scalable than Ethereum is right now. I expect a lot of the Ethereum gaming to migrate to L2s, but for right now we have Solana as sort of a stopgap, and there are quite a few games releasing on Solana, and I think this is certainly the next big wave of crypto gaming. So now in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how you can profit on the upside, how you can make money and invest into Aurory and its success. So there are a few ways of doing so, and one of the ways that isn't available right now but will be available soon is land ownership. So eventually players will be able to acquire a piece of land in the in-game world. Lands can be used for respawning or teleporting, allowing you to cover great distances within a short amount of time. Additionally, owning lands unlocks the ability to generate dungeons for you and other players to explore, and dungeons will appear on the world map and are generated every week. So every plot of land will have its own rarity and custom design. So you'll have from common, advanced, rare, and legendary. So I expect these legendary land plots to sell for quite a lot. If you're familiar with Axie Infinity, a lot of the land plots there sell for quite a bit of money. So last year, if you just went around buying like, a couple $1,000s worth of Axie Infinity land, you've easily 100 extra money. That's the incredible opportunity there. And you also have this opportunity now in Aurory if this game really takes off, right? And other players can gain access to your dungeon by paying a small fee, and the percentage of that fee goes to the landowner. So owning this land can be very valuable because it is likely to appreciate massively in price. Additionally, you can get passive income from owning this land as well, which is quite cool. Also, we have the Aury token. So the Aury token is the in-game currency in Aurory, and you can use the Aury token to do different things, such as customize your character, buy and sell NFT creatures, items, cosmetic, and cards. You also get rewarded for advancing in the solo PvE mode. You get rewarded for winning battles. That you can get paid out staking rewards from the treasury for players that earn passive returns, and you can also enter battle arenas via staking protocols. So the Aury coin will probably become quite valuable over time. I mean, they've also said here that they're going to deploy deflationary measures in the future, which they haven't detailed quite yet. So one of the big bullish cases around Ethereum is that it might potentially become deflationary, and hopefully Aurory does something similar here, and they can incentivize usage through the marketplace. So when you stake Aury, you can generate yield from the treasury and win Aury tokens. It also means that you're eligible for NFT drops that will be usable in the game, and it gives you access to multiplayer modes after staking a minimum amount. So the IDO for the Aury tokens should be happening on the October 21st at 2 p.m. and they're going to sell 7% of the total supply, which is 7 million tokens. So we have a total of 100 million tokens in. So here's a little bit of information on the tokenomics and the vesting. So when these tokens will become unlocked and join the circulating supply. So the auction mechanism that they will be using is developed by Mango Markets, and it's quite interesting. So I've played the little video here just to show you what the process will be like, but the sale is in 3 phases. So the first phase is the sale period, where you have 48 hours to deposit or withdraw USDC into the smart contract vault, and the price of the Aury token will then adjust based on the amount of USDC deposited. During this phase, you can deposit to increase your bid or withdraw USDC if you want to reduce your bid. In the second phase, it will be called the grace period, and it will last for 24 hours, and you'll only be able to take out your USDC. So during this period, you won't be able to deposit anymore, and any withdrawals will decrease the price of the Aury token. And then the last phase will be the final period in the redeem period, where you will have a month to redeem the purchase tokens to your wallet. This auction mechanism is quite interesting, but I prefer it over the normal way that IDOs are done, or like through launch pads. This sort of fair auction that they're doing based on the Mango Markets model is really cool. So essentially, I'll give you a little description of how it will be played. A ton of whales will come in and pump up the price, and they'll deposit like a ton of USDC into the smart contract. So you might see that the fully diluted value of Aurory will be in the billions, and it will of course be massively overvalued. So once we go into the grace period, a lot of that money will start getting drawn out, and by the time we get to the last sort of 5 to 10 minutes of the grace period, whales will start ripping out millions and millions of dollars, and eventually will settle on like a more reasonable price. That happened for Mango Markets. I think at one point 500 million was deposited into the smart contract, but it ended up only being 70 million that was actually raised in the IDO. So just keep that in mind as well. So that's the second way that you can participate in Aurory's success. And lastly, I just wanted to talk about the NFTs. So the NFTs are already out. They had their initial minting on August 31st. But essentially, this is just a 10K profile pic drop, but it has other benefits as well. So this is just a 10K profile pic drop, but they added a lot of utility for these NFTs as well. So for these generative NFTs, they gave you, first of all, a visual identity inside the game, and it will basically just be a badge to show that you support Aurory since like the start. and you can see it on the leaderboards as well. Additionally, these NFTs will give you access to play future game modes, and in the future update of Aurory, your Aurorian will be your in-game skin modelized in 3D in order for you to evolve on the map with it in the solo game mode and potential future multiplayer game modes as well. So having one of these Aurorians and then being able to have it in game will be sort of a flex, and I could see a lot of people who are into like gaming and streaming it, and like prominent crypto YouTubers will all be trying to buy some of these NFTs because it gives you access to like new game modes before they get released to the public. So I could see these being in high demand. The current floor right now, I think, is about 29 Sol, but I expect that to go a lot higher in the future. So to just sum up this project quickly, Aurory is a new game coming to Solana, and I expect it will garner a lot of attention and bring in lots of new users. I expect it to be quite popular. They have a great team, great investors. Solana itself is going to do a lot to push this thing forward. Additionally, there are 3 ways in which you can participate in the success of Aurory. So you can buy land, you can buy the Aury token, and you can also buy the Aurory NFTs. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos like this one.